To Qatar now, on the eve of the World Cup draw, FIFA President Gianni Infantino has called for an end to the war in Ukraine. He's also urged Russian leader Vladimir Putin to engage in meaningful peace talks. The invasion by Russia has entered a fifth week, and Infantino, who was in charge of the World Football's governing body when the World Cup was hosted in Russia, has told the FIFA Congress that the tournament was a great spectacle 4 years ago, but it did not help create a lasting peace.
I'm looking, of course, at Ukraine with a heavy heart. The last Euro I organized together with UEFA as the UEFA General Secretary was in Ukraine and Poland. The last final that I was working on was in Kiev. And the last World Cup that I contributed as well to organize as FIFA President was in Russia. The last final was in Moscow. And the Russia World Cup in 2018, 4 years ago, was by all means a great World Cup, a great success sportingly and culturally. But obviously, it did not solve the problems of the world. It did not even solve the problems in the region. It did not create a lasting peace. Therefore, my plea to all of those who have some power in this world, to all of those who are in important political positions in the world, please, please, stop conflicts and wars. Please, for our children, for our future. Please engage in dialogue, even with your worst enemy. Please try to come together.
Well, Infantino was speaking at the FIFA Congress, where he also declared he would be running for re-election in the first in-person meeting since 2019, and in a surprise move, the Russian Federation, despite being banned from FIFA competitions, were in attendance.
Russian Federation present.
Ukraine were also called as present in Qatar.
Samoa present.
And representing the Russian Football Union in Doha is Alexey Sorokin. You may remember him as the man who led Russia's World Cup bid in 2018. He spoke to our chief reporter, Alexey Sorokin, addressing the invasion of Ukraine, while he also says Russia is continuing with its bid to host the European Championships in either 2028 or 2032.
All I think is, I'm not a lawyer, I cannot make a conclusion of the possible outcome, but I think it would have been fair to Russian football fans if our team continued in the qualifications. And it would be just for us to win or lose our right to be in the World Cup on the sporting ground, not on legal battles.
What do you think about the fact that the Russian Federation, obviously you're still here today at Congress, there was talk that the Russian Federation should be banned by FIFA?
Well, there's always different kinds of talks, but legally we do not see any reasonable grounds for us not to be at the Congress. The Russian Football Federation did not break any FIFA statutes or any other regulations. Why should it be not present at the Congress? I don't see any reason why.
And you were here for the speech made by the president of the Ukraine Football Association. What did you make of that speech?
I fully understood what he's coming from, but again, it's his account of the situation. There may be also different accounts, but I do not want to engage in political discussion or the reasons why certain things are happening. We're here about football.
Well, Alexey Sorokin, president of the Norway Football Federation, was critical of how FIFA acted following Russia's invasion.
We have a brutal war in Europe now. As in all wars on all continents, innocent people are being killed in meaningless fights for power. A previous World Cup host has invaded another country, another member. Initially, FIFA hesitated. International pressure forced real action. FIFA must lead. I fear our stadiums will be empty in the future if we overlook the urgency of the current moment. And the time to act is now. FIFA, all of us, must do what we are tasked to do, to lead, to have sustainable values govern every decision, truly implement transparency, zero tolerance towards corruption, accelerate the growth of the women's game. FIFA must set the tone and lead